They say I play too much. You right. They say I play too rough. You tight. When I play, I don't play. That's wordplay. My jersey is home team. That's Earl Day. And I tee off like Earl Grey. I eat y'all like.
Yo, this your boy EC22, the FairWeather Fan Channel, man. We are in the building once again for another podcast, man. Yo, listen, I got my boy Max here once again with me, your favorite Philly fan. And as you can see, he is not doing too well right now. So we're going to have to give him some emotional support for today, okay? So y'all bear with us. I don't know what type of state of mind he's going to be in. Hopefully he'll be able to answer all the questions we have for him concerning his Philadelphia Eagles. But there is good news in the light of the tumble. There is something right happening in Philadelphia. It may not be the Eagles, but it's the people on the other side of the river with the Philadelphia Phillies. So at least they got it right. But yo, man, real quick, man, in the world of sports, man, listen, I usually talk about high school, college, and stuff like that. And really, man, there was a lot. OU and Texas off this week. There wasn't really a whole lot of exciting things happening in the Big 12. So we're just going to skip that segment real quick. College football, high school didn't get a chance to get out. I was out of town as last week. So really, man, Max, what's been going on? You want to start with the NFL? Or you want to start with the MLB? Which one?
Let's start with the NFL, man.
You know what? Before we go further, I want to address some things here on the podcast because I feel like I need to say some things about what's going on in the world today. And real quick, I just want to pay my respects or just kind of give my stance as far as the war over in Israel and Gaza, Israel versus Hamas. Y'all, I've been charged by the church to make sure that we give our opinions on whatever platforms we have as far as what's going on over in the Middle East. And I just want to say that I stand with Israel. When I say that I stand with Israel, I also want to let it be known that there are believers and good people all over the world. For those who know exactly what I mean when I say that about the Middle East and Gaza and Iran and the Palestinian people and stuff like that, I stand with Israel and I stand with all Christians in every country all over the world. With that being said, let's go to some more other trending news. This is a sports podcast, but the only reason why I'm talking about this subject is because I've done two videos on this subject on the YouTube channel, and that's this nonsense going on with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Listen, there probably will be a video coming later on about my opinion on the YouTube channel, not here on Facebook, but on the YouTube channel, man. Listen, it's amazing how people who live their life so much in the public eye don't know when it's time to make things private. And that's really all I have to say about that. It's a very unfortunate situation that Will and Jada has made their relationship public, and just the ideal of being private. Every couple goes through things, and when it's in the public eye, I know it's got to be hard, but I guess that's the bed they made, and that's the bed they got to lie in. I'm not gonna give too much of that my attention. I will be doing a video on that later on. Max, okay, we're gonna start with the M. We said the MLB or NFL.
NFL.
You want to get the NFL all the way? Hey, manage. Y'all, real quick, NFL Week 6 recap, man. Listen, this week of football has been very, very interesting, y'all. It's been interesting the fact that it was some very tight games, a lot of people was pretty much had to take their blood pressure medicine this week, especially if you watch your favorite team barely pull one out. We're talking about 10 out of the 15 games that were played were one possession games. That's how close it was. So it was almost like if you watch Scott Hansen, the witching hour, was pretty much the witching hour the whole game. Anything could have happened, but I have some notes here. So it's if you look at those tight games, you're talking about the Chiefs, Raiders, Lions, and Rams. Max, what do they have in common? Chiefs, Raiders, Lions, and the Rams. What do they have in common? Week 6.
They all suck.
What? Well, no, they don't all suck. That's not what they all do. But he said they all suck. No, they're the only team that actually scored in every quarter this week. So just those teams, the only teams that scored in every quarter. Since she said they suck, let's go and ask this question right there. What does the Cardinals and the Eagles have in common in week 6? Since we're talking about teams.
Okay, they're both birds.
They are definitely both birds. One is green, one is red. But no, the Cardinals and the Eagles, folks, for those who do not know, are the only team in the NFL who did not score the second half. So see, that's why we had to do this first, because I know my man has got some emotional situations going on over there. Along with that, y'all, the Bills and Broncos are the only team this week that scored only one quarter. Both of them waited to the fourth quarter to score. Bills obviously scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, which was enough to win, but not so much for the Broncos. Their 8 points in the fourth quarter just wasn't enough to do anything. We saw that on Thursday night. QB performance. Did you have anyone that you thought stood out for QB performance, best QB performance in week 6? You better not say Jalen. You better not. I know you want to say Jalen. I know you want to say Jalen so bad. I know.
Oh man, I will say Tua.
You said Tua Tagovailoa. So Tua had 262 yards, 3 touchdowns. I definitely can get behind that. But there's one guy that kind of outstood Tua, and he was actually the one who won it last week, and that was none other than Detroit Lions' Jared Goff. Jared Goff had 353 yards with 2 touchdowns and no INTs. Best wide receiver performance. Did you get who you got on that one?
AJ Brown.
You going with the Philadelphia Eagles again? Well, he had a good game, but
we said best wide receiver performance. We didn't say win or loss.
We didn't say win or loss, but he scored some points, but just not more than who I got down here. And you already know if you said Tua got to throw at somebody.
Yeah.
Other than Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had 163 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. So I mean, he did his thing.
It won't happen next weekend.
Who they play next weekend? The Eagles. Do they play the Birds?
Yep.
Oh man. Well, it's gonna happen again. I'm sorry. Best running back performance out of the whole week. Well, this week rather.
This week, I really don't have anyone that stood out for me, man.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of running backs out there doing anything. You can talk about.
We can put Tony Pollard just for having that 60-yarder, but that's about it.
Yeah, you can put him in there. I don't think he didn't score. No, he didn't score that touchdown. You can look at Raheem Mostert. I mean, that's crazy because with Devon A-Chain out, it's like the next man up over there in Miami, right? So that team is just clicking on all cylinders, man. The next man up would have been Raheem Mostert. He ended up pulling out 115 yards with 2 touchdowns. But I got my man from the Rams on here, Kyren Williams, man. Kyren Williams had 158 yards and 1 touchdown, so I got to give him that. I mean, you can look at Raheem Mostert's 115, 2 touchdowns. We can go back and forth on that. Probably out of respect, I should have put him on there, but I didn't. I'm so sorry on that, man. Before I go into Max's segment, let me go around and talk about the NFL power rankings. Y'all, at week 6, they came out, the power rankings, and let's take a look at it and see what the NFL has put out there. If you can see this list, let me drop this thing off so you can see them all. So as you can see, they say the 49ers 1, the Chiefs are number 2, Miami's number 3, Eagles are number 4, still the top 5, Detroit Lions 5. I can't believe the Dallas Cowboys are still in the top 10. I mean, I'm not saying that to hate on the Cowboys, but I'm just saying that's pretty, because after all the flack they've been given, after all the trash, the Cowboys need to tank all this energy given towards the Cowboys the last couple of weeks, and it's amazing how they're still in the top 10. So obviously they're doing something right. I mean, they're not as bad as some other teams out there. So all you Cowboys fans, listen to me. It's gonna be all right. And those of you who've been talking bad about the Cowboys, we ain't the only bad team out there. there are, according to this list, there are a whole bunch of other teams. There are 25 other teams worse than the Cowboys. So let's leave it at that.
For this week.
This is going into week 7, the power rankings. We'll see how it feels in the next couple of weeks if they keep this thing going on. Jacksonville fell to number 10. That is crazy on that one. As you can see, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Cincinnati Bengals fell from grace all the way at number 12. And wow, that is crazy. Look, Pittsburgh is hanging in up there at the top 20, situation number 15. I was surprised by the Jets falling that far down. I mean, I know they don't have a quarterback, but I thought they would at least been better than the Bengals, but who knows. And let's see who holds the last place. Obviously, we know who that is. Carolina and Denver hold the last place, and along with New England and Bears and the Giants. Yeah, all those teams, they deserve exactly where they need to be at right there. That's crazy. Oh, man. So, Max, I'm going to let you have the floor. You go ahead and tell the world and all who dare to watch the Fairweather Fan Podcast, because we are here. Because in the Fairweather Fan Podcast, our motto is your opinion matters to us. So therefore, Max, please tell us what happened to the Eagles.
I know who the issue is. I know people are gonna say I'm crazy for it. I don't really
Uh,
care.
we probably will, but go ahead.
The problem with our team is our so-called 4 weeks in a good row, 100-yard game wide receiver AJ Brown.
I'm
Ever, ever,
listening.
s- ever since AJ Brown pulled that in the sideline back in week 2, wanting the ball more, we've been throwing him the ball nonstop, over 100 yards at the last 4 games in a row. Where are our other wide receivers? They've been quiet. Devontae Smith isn't playing well. Dallas Goddard's not playing well. Our running backs aren't playing well off the backfield, catching the ball, screen games, or nothing like that. And all this happened when A.J. Brown opened his mouth and said he wanted the ball more.
Yeah,
Prior to that, the first 2 weeks, we were winning. We were scoring nonstop. Everyone was involved in the game. Running game was going. Wide receivers were going. Freaking Devontae Smith was doing his thing, and now that AJ Brown got disappointed, he's not getting. No one's getting it done.
I mean, yeah, because y'all had what Swift was going off. Yeah, said Devontae Smith was going there. Y'all was looking pretty tough out there. Uh, can one man really kill the chemistry of a whole team?
It's been shown. This is proof that he's killed. Like, take it back to after 2004 where McNabb and T.O. had issues. What
Right, right.
happened? They had issues. T.O. wanted the ball. What happened? We got rid of T.O. We started spreading the ball more, being more efficient on offense.
Yeah, yeah,
Same situation that's going with AJ Brown. We don't know the extent of the conversation they had in the sideline, but we can tell he was wanting the ball. That's pretty much what everyone can agree on. Feed
yeah,
me the ball some more. And ever since they've been doing that, the offensive has been focused on AJ Brown getting the ball. What's going on? Now you got Devontae Smith dropping passes. You don't have Dallas Goddard doing performing as well.
right,
The
right.
running backs, they're not even trying to catch the ball anymore. They're just running out the backfield. We can't. Our offense needs to spread the ball. You can't win unless you spread the ball. Look at the
That's
Cowboys.
facts. That's
Cowboys
facts.
haven't. Cowboys have always tried to feed the ball to CeeDee Lamb, and that hasn't worked out for him. They finally decided to throw the ball some more to Brandon Cooks on Monday. They got to win. They start spreading the ball.
Yeah,
Miami starts. Miami spreading the ball. Yes, yes. Tyreek Hill is getting 100-yard games and stuff, but you look at the stats. The other wide receivers are feeding too. It's
right,
not
right.
just Tyreek Hill, but our team ain't spreading the ball. Why? Because AJ Brown wants the ball.
Yeah, 131 receiving yards from AJ Brown, and that's close to him with Devontae Smith with 44 yards on 5 carries. I will say AJ Brown had 7, Devontae had 5. So there's only 2 target. Well, I don't know how many times he's been targeted though. Well, Devontae Smith actually targeted 11 times more than AJ. I mean, he was targeted 11 times, and AJ was 9 times. So Devontae Smith was targeted, but he's 5 out of the 11 that he was targeted. AJ just had a darn good game, but I get what you're saying though. It's probably some of the incompletes or sacks that he was taking that uh, uh, he couldn't probably was looking at AJ. But you guys got another addition, an AJ-esque like player with Julio Jones being signed to a 1-year deal. So what you think that's going to do for your offense?
It's gonna have defensive coordinators thinking whether to play as man coverage on zone. They don't know how they're gonna play us now. Man to man, or zone. Yes, Julio. I mean, yes, Jones is older, but he can still
Yeah.
freaking catch the ball. So
So I gotta ask this question because you talk about AJ Brown being a ball dominant receiver who wants the ball. We see it by his antics. I think that was week 2, whatever it was. And then of course you got Devontae Smith, who's relatively been quiet, but we know that he's probably not happy about his production. And now you add a Julio Jones to the situation, right? As well as y'all tough tight end Dallas Goddard. You know, this is gonna come down to play calling as well as can Jalen Hurts see the field with that much weapons. Obviously, they're not going to, it's going to have to be a special situation, get all those receivers and those 3 receivers and tight end on the field at one time. It's got to be a special situation, but he's going to have 3 of those at one given time. Uh, can he move? Can y'all offensive line protect him enough to see all those routes being ran?
well, it's all on our offensive coordinator as well. This past week, we lost to the Jets, first loss of the season.
Yeah.
Jets are in the bottom half of the run game. They're probably one of the top 5 worst against the run. And what happens? We decide to throw the ball. Why aren't we running the ball when we're the top 5 running team? Come on, man. You gotta
Yeah.
run the ball and know when to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
coordinator just dropped the ball on that. We should have been running instead of running RPOs. Why do we need Jalen Hurts to
Right.
with the ball? We have running backs, you know?
Right.
There's no need for our quarterback to run.
Yeah, it's crazy because he led your team in rushing, 47 rushing yards, and out of 8 carries, and here come DeAndre Swift with only 18 yards rushing out of 10 carries. So yeah, yeah, that's. But I do like what you did say though. There's something you said you didn't say, but you said it. You definitely blame the offense for losing this game because sometimes people will say, well, the defense gave up 20 points to the Jets, and the one thing I've been sharing with people a lot of times when it comes down to defense is that to shut out a team or to get a team to keep a team in the single digits, that's not an easy task. Everybody talk about, the Cowboys blew out the Giants. Blew out the Giants and blew out the Patriots. They only scored 3 points, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the team only scored 3 points. But I'm like, y'all, that's a special defense that can do that. You can be a bottom 10 defense and still can at least put up more than 3 points. And so this is not a knock on the Philadelphia Eagles defense by allowing 20 points to be put up on them by the New York Jets. Even without having Aaron Rodgers on that squad, they won by committee. Robert Sly is a defensive-minded coach, and obviously he used that defensive mind to best the Eagles. So it's not an issue on the defense. The offense need to give the defense a little bit more break. Do you agree with that statement? Because this is your segment.
I mean, yes, our offense is the one that dropped the ball on it. But it's not just one player's fault, you know. It's
Yeah,
the whole entire team. If
yeah,
your is your offensive coordinator and your quarterback communication. If your
yeah.
quarterback isn't communicating with your offensive coordinator, telling him what is working, what isn't working, what he
Right,
sees on the field, and what he doesn't, they can't
right.
make the necessary adjustments to score. So it's a committee. If they don't get along or they don't get together to talk about that, we're never gonna get on the same page and we're never gonna function as a team.
Right.
At this point, it's just a team of individuals as we're playing all on our own as opposed to playing to win.
Yeah. Um, this podcast, I usually keep so I'm going ahead and set it up. So last week I was on the podcast and I talked about the fact that I don't necessarily cover the Cowboys a whole lot as far as give them a lot of time because I'm emotionally attached to the Cowboys, even though I'm a FairWeather fan. I've been a Cowboy fan my whole life, but yet, in order to really watch football in the beauty of its art form, I have to be open to other teams. And so therefore, there's the reason why I really like to follow the whole sport. But I'm gonna give the Cowboys a little bit more airtime. I'm really gonna talk about what I saw on Sunday Night Football, and
You mean Monday night?
I mean, Monday Night Football. What I saw Monday Night Football, going back a week ago when it came down to playing the 49ers, I turned it off after the third quarter. I just turned it off. I couldn't watch it because I knew that team invested. There was a lot of trash talking, a lot of, media attention, just a lot of nonsense. And the Cowboys just didn't come to play that game. You know what I'm saying? I was like watching them play Arizona all over again. But this week, man, what I saw from them is a long season. Monday night, last night, it's a long season ahead of them because, I mean, they're going forward and didn't get it. They tried the Philly push thing, whatever they call it.
The brotherly shove.
I mean, it's like this is not something. It's like every time you get to that situation where you need 1 or 2 yards to get a first down, and it's always you hear the commentators talking about, oh, they're gonna get the Philly push and da da da. And you can tell this may not be something that guys are good at or something they really, really practice a whole lot of, but they dare to try to do it. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But this is not Dallas. Their offensive line is built a little bit different from, in my opinion, from the Eagles. The Eagles' offensive line is designed to push. Dallas Cowboys' offensive line is a line that's designed to hold off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you need guys to push. It's not that they don't got the strength and the power to do so. It's that they're not wired that way. Because if you look at the play, as soon as the ball was hiked, the center went down. It's like, I guess he went down for Dak to try to get over him to get a push, but that ain't the way Philly does it. Everybody stands and they push from the line on up and they push from the back. You got guys coming off the line and getting behind. The only person that was pushing behind it was number 40. I think that's our fullback, was trying to push a little bit. But by the time he got to push, Dak is pretty much already on top of one player and his knee hit the ground. It's like, this was a bad attempt. They should have just gave us number 40 and let him push it in, but this is where they missed Zeke Elliott. Now they end up winning the game by 3 points and stuff like that. Obviously, the turnover with Justin Herbert, like I say, just like Phillip Rivers. He reminded me so much of the way he played. And as I watch the game, I said Dallas defense is going to eventually get a turnover to save them. But right now, they're going to have to do a little bit more better than what they've been doing. I mean, they're struggling in the red zone. And like I say, they got some easy conference plays coming up next. But yeah, that team, the Cowboys just don't look. I still holding true to my 11-6. If they get better than 11-6, I ain't tripping. But man, that's all I have for NFL, man. Let me jump on into what we really want to talk about is the MLB playoff. I ain't got no notes on the MLB playoff because, you know what I'm saying, what's
we don't
understood,
need notes for this.
I know. What's understood is understood. We don't need to know. The fact that the Rangers have not lost in the postseason, that's all we need to know. Yeah, let's go Rangers. And then the other team out there that's still playing some good football, baseball, Philadelphia Phillies. So, anyway, about them. Hey, man,
why you gotta say it like that, man?
Hey, y'all playing right now, ain't you? Or getting ready to play the next couple minutes?
We're about to play in like 30 minutes, man.
30 minutes, 7 o'clock. Yeah, you think y'all gonna win that game?
Hell yeah.
I mean,
no question.
Oh, okay. Do y'all? Okay. Maybe I said it wrong. Do you believe y'all gonna win that game? I know you want to win. Do you believe? Like I believe that we will win.
I know we gonna win. I know. I don't need to believe.
I was laughing at your text yesterday. I mean, that Rangers game kind of puckered up a little bit, though, man. I was like, "Ooh, just get this one over with. Please get this over with, so we can go home and get out of this joker."
But last year in the World Series, Philly won the first 2 games that were away, and then Houston won the next 2 games that were away before Houston won the World Series. So it might happen again with Texas. Houston will win this next 2 away games.
Nah, because they're all home games. If you think about it, for Houston, we've been to a Rangers Houston game for the most part. They're all home games.
We'll see.
Because Houston shows up over there at Globe Life. They really, really show up. I mean, so I'm not going to say they're going to have more fans than the Rangers, but they're going to be in the house. You already know how Houston is. Houston gonna be in the house. So the Rangers got to keep doing what they're doing, man. I mean, they haven't lost a game this postseason. They got. I mean, I don't even want to. I don't even want them to lose one. I want them to sweep the whole dang thing. I know that's probably unlikely, but we'll see. We'll see if they can. The manager can keep this string going.
We'll get 7 wins before y'all.
So you saying that y'all will punch y'all ticket into the World Series before the Rangers will?
No, because y'all lost it by 1 game.
Oh, okay. No, you said, but yes, y'all win what in 7 series? Y'all serious?
No, I
Y'all
said
gonna be Houston?
we have 7 wins left.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Y'all got 7 wins left. Yeah, we do. Yeah,
No,
this
we
is
do.
well. How many wins we got? We got 6, right? Yeah, we got 6 wins left. So we got to get these 2, and then the 2 against the Diamondbacks. I mean, then we'll be all right.
Y'all
We
get
got
4 more wins and that's it.
4 more wins.
Yeah, y'all gonna lose the World Series in 6 games.
Oh, so we got 2 more wins in Houston to beat Houston, and then the 4 more wins against the Diamondbacks, and then therefore they will finally. I'll be able to see it in my lifetime. That means every Dallas team has won, because that's all we're looking for. We just need one Dallas area. We get the last Dallas area teams won. The Sidekicks had their runs. We know what the Stars done. Obviously, the Mavericks got their one, and everybody knows that the Cowboys are the best team in NFC East when it comes to championships. And that would just need the Rangers to go ahead and join those. And then the only thing we have left is the Dallas Wings. I thought they was going to pull it off this year, but they got an early exit out of the playoffs. So
what's wrong? What's wrong with your statement is it ain't gonna happen because he says against Diamondbacks. It ain't gonna be Arizona going to the World Series. It's gonna be Phillies, and that's gonna be a different game.
Did I misquote? Did I say that wrong? No, I did say that right. I did say Arizona, right?
Yeah,
Arizona.
I ain't playing them in the World Series. They're gonna go through Philly.
Oh well, shoot. I mean, right now, the hardest road. I mean, the toughest road to travel will be through Arizona, because Philadelphia. That's like playing JV. No, just playing. No, but you know what?
Let Bryce Harper know that, and just like Atlanta Braves found out what happens when you talk to him, y'all gonna find out the same freaking thing.
Is he okay? I guess he is okay. I really do hope that it be a Rangers and the Phillies a World Series, because that's going to make this podcast that much more exciting. You being Philly, and obviously I'll be representing the Rangers. So that would definitely be one for the ages right there. Man, I don't really have a whole lot else to say right now for the podcast, man. Yo, week 6 was a tight one. Was a tight one in football. Like I say, just trying to get from out of town, jet lagged, didn't get a chance to watch any college football this week. And I did see the highlights of Deion Sanders and them squad losing after having a 29-point lead. That wouldn't even. I mean, I mentioned it, but it wasn't worth even talking about at this point. Yo, Max, you got any final words for the people? This is a quick podcast right now. Quick one.
We'll bounce it back this week. We'll beat the Dolphins.
Y'all gonna beat the Dolphins, and the Cowboys got a bye week, right?
First time Jalen Hurts plays Tua, so we'll win that game.
The first time Jalen Hurts plays Tua, the guy who took his spot, I think he's gonna be emotional.
It's a personal game. We got no choice but to win.
Jalen's gonna be emotional. He gonna look like, man, you stole my job in Alabama. He's gonna be pissed.
He already beat Mike Jones, so
yeah. Oh man, yo, but bro, man, it's been fun. For those of you who watch the podcast, man, listen, thank you for watching this podcast either live or in rebroadcast, man. Or if you watch it on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, man, please like, subscribe, share, leave comment. I always say subscribe. I got tongue tie. Like, subscribe, share, and leave comments to the FairWeather Fan podcast on YouTube, Facebook, as well as X, formerly known as Twitter. Yeah, that you like that promo? Yeah, I'm doing my thing. I'm trying to get back up in that thing. But man, y'all, it's been real. Stay tuned some more. And as I promised, I'm gonna throw a little hint out there for those of you who watch it now. And of course, most people probably won't get it because you're gonna have to stay to the end of this video, like right now, to get this. I'll say it again, but in 2 weeks, you hear me? In 2 weeks, the FairWeather Fan channel, we doing another cash giveaway in 2 weeks. So I'll throw some promotions out there next week. You know what? No, let's not do 2 weeks. Let's do in 3 weeks. So I want to give all of you a chance to get involved. So if you watch this video to the end, if you're hearing this message right now, I will definitely throw some promos out there beginning of next week to give you guys a chance to get prepared, get on the channel, and get ready for this cash giveaway. And you know what it is. It's always $100 cash out. We're going to throw you $100 doing the cash giveaway, but there you got to win it. And there's ways to win. And we'll give you the details in 2 weeks. In 3 weeks. This your boy C22, the FairWeather Fan channel. Man, thank you guys for joining. And let's go ahead and jam on out of this thing here. All right, Max, we're out.
They say I play too much. You right. They say
That's Andy Mineo. Y'all don't know who that is.
When I play, I don't play. That's wordplay. My jersey is home team. That's Day, and I tee off like Earl Grey. I eat y'all.